This boss actually knows what you've been doing. All right, so Chris, how are you going to respond to her?
Yeah, sure. Sure, as long as it takes to run this city like I did in Brooklyn, I figure I can make myself comfortable here. Put my feet up, you know.
Perfect Capone, 10 out of 10, Oscar.
Oh my god!
I've seen the Untouchables.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Chicago Chronicles, so a series of streams in which we'll play Empire of Sin as Al Capone and try to conquer Chicago and become the criminal kingpins of the city.
I'm Brenda Romero, and I'm the game director of Empire of Sin. I'm the one who, I have to be here every stream. No matter how much you try to get... No, I'm only kidding. So you're going to be getting used to seeing me, I guess I'd say.
I'm Chris King. I'm a senior designer at Romero Games. I was drafted in the last moment as a substitute from the captain because I've been doing a lot of work on the economic system, and I think we're going to chat a little about that in today's stream at some point.
Now, for those of you who remember, last time we were in the game, we have just taken a couple rackets. So we're doing a full playthrough here. There's an asterisk on the end of that up until we potentially die. But hopefully that won't happen. Chris and I feel pretty confident. So here we are in Chicago. We've got a couple businesses. Now, Chris, my primary concern, having just started out, like if we go back out there, you can see that, actually that we're not doing too bad. So that's our safe house. We've got speakeasy, we've got a brewery here, we've also got a casino, and we've got a brothel. We've got one of each of the businesses. We've also got a hotel. It might be worth talking. Chris, do you want to talk a little bit?
Which is called California.
Oh, sorry, it's a pun from me. I couldn't handle it. I had to.
While I'm sitting here talking, our alcohol is counting down here. So do you want to talk a little bit about maybe... what would you think? Like, the fact of the matter is right now we are only +8. We are making some money, but my concern is that we really can't go any further unless we get some more alcohol.
Well, I mean, +8's not a bad amount for a starting empire. When we sat down to kind of start balancing the game, we kind of set up a kind of two ground rules. One, that crime should pay. You know, it's a bit of a corny one, but, you know, as a gangster, the reason you do it is you're making money. So as long as you supply your racket alcohol and you've got people coming through the doors, you should do well. Now, a brewery can kind of supply... Well, a small brewery produces about 8 barrels of alcohol right now on our current balance system. So
yeah.
So that's about a small brewery's worth there, and that will supply about 4 speakeasies of the same size. So we've got a bit of buffer alcohol there, but we are... If you notice, our money is fluctuating because we're a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Because each racket's a kind of, rather than just, you know, you have a racket, you throw in some alcohol, you get some customers, and then you get some money back. We could sort of try to set each racket up with its own profile, so you can sit there and kind of have a bit of thought about which racket you are. So casinos, because they rely on gambling, sometimes house loses, so your income fluctuates every week according to this one. So here, this week, it's actually lost some money. Hopefully next week it will do a bit better. Well, next week it should do a bit better, because on average, you still will win with casino, but you know, you've got to watch that, especially if you're going to run your money right to the edge.
Ooh, you met someone. Okay.
I think I know them.
Yes.
Whoops. Get back here, you. So we have the potential right now. We've got a racket right here that we could take over, potentially.
Yeah, we've got the alcohol and we've got enough money, so I would go for it. I would actually grab a couple of rackets, more rackets.
I am probably going to regret some of these decisions, but we'll see.
I'm not the tactical combat guy, so...
No, it's, you know, the nice thing about this is I'm always, I'm conscious that...
Nice.
That
worked.
There we are. Oh. See, I don't need Ian O'Neill. Now watch me I'm going to get killed, and then I won't be able to go to work at all.
Oh, that's
nice.
Okay. We're doing great.
All right. So but normally it's me heckling either Katie or Ian, right? Like, and I'm super conscious, like, if I lose one of these guys because we're doing a playthrough, like, that's it. That's it. I'm just not taking any chances. I'm just going for it.
Nice.
Die. Yeah, it's the dev command of die. I'm not using any dev commands. I'm holding up my hands like you could see. Like people are, oh, she's typing on her keyboard. Something's got to be going on. But if we die, I'm going to be heckled for a long time. So, oh no, that doesn't make any sense.
All right. So we got an economic question coming here. Going, will fronts make a game make an appearance in the game in any way or fashion? Right now, no. There's no kind of. You build a florist and then turn it into, then tell everyone it's a, or you build a casino and tell everyone it's a florist.
I think that worked well.
I'll just shoot him. He's right there. But that's just me. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned that way.
Well, Chris, that's just. I suppose so.
See? I mean, why Overwatch when you could just kill them?
Well, because well, I don't know. Actually, I don't have a good excuse for that one.
So right now, no, there's no fronts in the game, but who knows what will happen in the future.
Okay, great. So we've actually got some good weapons. So we're gonna just take this over, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, take it over.
Okay. And we want to make it a what? So our alcohol was low. Do we want to make it a brewery? That's going to be pretty expensive, but that gets us up.
We're fine for alcohol for being a small empire.
You think so? All right. Yeah. So we'll go for, say we're playing Capone. Brothel Speakeasy?
Yeah, Brothel Speakeasy.
Okay, well, we've got one of each. I guess brothels, since we've got a casino and brothels are more steady income, we'll go for one of those. Oh, wait.
Now you have an opportunity to call it as you want to.
Gooey Bon Bon is quite possibly the worst name for a brothel ever. All right, here we go. Gooey Bon Bon, my apologies. Or congratulations, you are now a brothel.
Now a proud brothel.
Yeah.
So now when we are in this building, maybe you can upgrade it and we'll see how it changes visually as well.
Sure, and I'm also going to point out here that as bosses, when you go through the game for a whole bunch of different things, from rackets that you buy, people that you take out, bosses that you take out for missions, you gain notoriety. And with the notoriety you gain, you also gain bonuses to your statistics. Oh, that's great. There's a problem at our brothels. The police have taken one of our workers hostages, and everyone's up in heaps about it. On my way.
All right, that's why we can worry about that in a minute, because Drones 200 has said it's every fight inside a building, or can you fight in the streets as well? And the answer is absolutely. You can go mental in the streets and kill people as well.
So this isn't going. All right, this isn't exactly. Well, I guess you know what. While all these things are decreasing, on the one hand, like I'm a gangster and I'm shooting up things and opening brothels and other illegal businesses in Chicago. So I suppose I shouldn't be all that surprised. Oh, awesome. Okay, nice. So we've got 1,000 in weekly income. That's pretty great. We're growing our brothel, our business, growing our business well. These other colors, these are other people who. This is
a minor faction.
It's for instance, this is my family. This is Los Romeros. I could go. This is ending up being a pretty dark playthrough here. So the question is, I guess, which we could throw this to chat. Should I attack my family or should I get just the thug related buildings here? So we have a bunch of.
If you cannot guess what chat's going to say to this one, you haven't done streams before. No, chat surprised me! My God, chat.
Yeah. See, it's a nice chat. This chat's been with us for a while.
No, never attack family. Let's keep it civil. My word, chat, you have surprised me.
Civil family. Oh, so look at it. Yeah, there's Kingpin in there who wants me to attack my own family, kill your family. All right. This would be, I guess, to win this game, I have to kill a Romero, so I might as well go for it.
To win this game, you need to kill John Romero. Okay, I see.
No, don't kill him. I said a Romero. Any Romero will do. Well, you know what? Hold on. Before we get that whole faction upset at us, I'm going against what Chad said. That building is clearly too big for me to take over. So here's just from a strategic point of view, I like that this is well contained. So I'm actually going to go next door and just take out at least one more of these buildings, if that.
Well, the other thing here is if you notice little blue dots, those are guards on the streets. And when someone comes to attack your rackets, they will actually support you. Support each other. So, you get extra defense of your rackets when they're close together.
Actually, this is a good reminder that we are playing right now on live code. Also, this is a recent stable build, but it is not the most recent build. So there's a lot of stuff like this. For instance, that you're going to see that'll be... that won't be in the final game, but Anyway, it's a live game. We're still in production. If it were out, we wouldn't, you know, we're seeing all kinds of interesting things. So I just answered that question, but I was simultaneously talking.
You got it. Talk to Mrs. Shea.
Yeah. Pornography is she's saying somebody who's just opened up a brothel. Okay, wow. Surely there must be, let's see, surely there must be more grave matters. We will not leave this, for the devil's lair is cleansed of sin. We'll not leave until it's going to take a lot more than bleach to cleanse this.
Wow,
to cleanse this place.
That's dark.
All right, so okay, Chris, I'm going to let you make this choice. I'm hands off the keyboard. You're welcome.
So let's see. Persuade. Should I see if the ladies want to work there? I mean, they look like they need to do some work.
Yeah, while Chris is doing this, I'm going to take some questions from chat here. All right, so. Okay, I've already got that one.
Oh my word, they're not too pleased to find out their husbands.
Oh no.
So there is one question about the characters locked on the website, and I can answer this one. So basically these are the bosses that we didn't show yet, but we will present all of them at some point during our streams, and then they will be uncovered on the website as well. We'll also publish separate blogs for each of the bosses, so then you can learn more about them on the website.
Right. So, all right. So we're going to finally head inside here after confusion.
Yeah. Sorry, that was me.
No, it was actually. Yeah. So we can see here that when you upgrade, especially if you upgrade ambiance, the interiors look better. But it's also the interiors they upgrade and they're trying to attract more maybe high-end clientele. So the better your ambience, the more people you will get in, and ultimately the more money that you will.
It's the better your ambience, the more money people will spend.
Ah, okay. Yeah. All right. This is why you're here.
Yes.
Some of these questions I can't quite answer yet. Let's see. How is Mabel Riley from the release trailer? Mabel's doing fine. Last I talked with her, we had some tea, socially distanced tea, of course, and she was doing great. She had just a few wounds. Sorry, Chris, I keep touching the mouse like I'm driving the show, and I'm making your combat look weird. Can we? Let's see.
There's one question from Big Boza, and it's mostly for you, Brenda, I believe. So, is there any aspect of the game that you guys gave a more focus to? In example, combat, visual, story, etc. What was the most frustrating or difficult to get right?
I think the thing about it is you can probably even notice. So we have it's fairly easy to notice. I'd say we have in the design team, we each have our own different specialties. So for instance, Chris is economics, Ian O'Neill is combat. Manuel is just sort of, he's the eye of the player and making sure things are being communicated to the player.
Oops.
Chris is like tearing up the place.
I just shot my own guy. But anyway, apart from that, sorry about that, Hugh. Sorry about that, Hugh. I didn't mean to kill you.
No, he's injured.
Did you kill him?
No, he's just
injured.
Injured.
He's a bit disappointed. I didn't realize he was going to get killed like that. Or get hurt like that.
I love it. So if you injure somebody, they're a bit disappointed. I can assure you, Chris,
he's just left.
He's left. I wonder why.
I think he's in
hospital.
hospital.
His back full of lead.
No, he left forever.
Right.
Really?
Well, let's check.
He got upset so much that he left the company. Really?
No. He's
just in hospital. Okay.
He's injured. Phew. Oh.
Yeah, well, it's gonna take him 15 days to walk to the hospital with that amount of lead in him.
I thought I did. Mistakes were made.
So as I was saying, we have our different experts. Chris is the economy, and so I think the challenge is just because there's so many things going on in the game, trying to keep the whole game, trying to figure out exactly what's happening and being a full Wikipedia of all these different things is a challenge. But fortunately, we all get on well, except when Chris decides to kill one of us. All right, so Chris, I'll drive.
We want to hire a replacement, by the way.
Well, we have money, so
we do have money, but.
Actually, one question regarding money, because there's something I would like to figure out. Because I understand that speakeasies are the best to convert alcohol to money, Then we have casinos that don't really use alcohol; they're just generating money based on gambling. And then
No, well, casinos, if you supply alcohol, your punters will make more sensible betting decisions,
okay,
and you will make more money.
okay. And for brothels, what's the relationship between alcohol and cash?
Again, if you brothels will always make a profit if you got the customers in, but if you supply alcohol in, they will make an enhanced profit.
All right.
So based on our last experience, I've decided to hire a doctor.
Okay.
Not the craziest decision, and I am now deciding. So Ian talked about these on our last one, our last stream. So characters can earn traits, and these traits will help them as they, it takes a certain amount of time to learn the trait, but the traits give you bonuses in the game. So also based on our last showing, I think I'm going to go for healing.
All right.
So it's going to take her 6 weeks to learn this talent. So as you can see, there's medics, and in that, so we've got just our basic hired guns, and then we've got medics. So Rocco is a medic, and then we also have demolitionists. So demolitionists are allowed to demolish buildings, among other things. And so basically we've got a group of characters that they have their own special abilities and traits, their own talent trees, and find their own utility in the crew, depending on what you want to do and how you want to grow your empire. So who else do we have? Doctors, demolitionists, hitmen. Oh, right, we've got con men. So con artists are particularly useful in all kinds of things. So I don't have a... Oh, I thought it said I don't have enough. So those are our 5. I guess what I'm going to do, I'll wait till we hire a con artist to talk a little bit more about that. All right, so here she comes. And now we've got 3 of us. We're going to try to stay alive. We will, I guess, take out this next derelict building. Mm-hmm. Before we do that, actually, I just want to go out and see. So I have a tendency to do this kind of incessantly when I'm playing. I like to see what's happening in the world. So there's a boss here. There's another boss here. This means this neighborhood is pretty, and these would are major factions. So we've got and these are the minor factions here. Man, there's so many businesses that we could take out. Is there a reason that we don't want to just get these, Chris? You just want to thug it out here and take this one over?
In the short term, it's because to buy a business, it's more expensive than if you persuade the thugs to leave.
Unless you send your guy to the hospital, I suppose.
Well, the thugs left the building. It was a mission accomplished. All right, so questions. Is there any mental intrigue in the game, or is it focused on strong arm? Yes, there is some intrigue in there. We'll talk about it at some point.
All right.
Will there be rivalries with these gangs? Well, gangs have a relationship with each other, so they will end up just not liking you.
Where they are. I'm trying to make a decision about where I want to go at this point in time. So I do not have great. I want to just play this safe. Now, Chris, you can make fun of me for doing Overwatch, but I don't care. I'm just gonna.
Well, that works. There's only one door, so.
Yeah, but Sue, I guess. So I'm gonna get Nora. I just don't want to lose. I'm being just a baby about this right now, honestly.
Just looking at the question. I thought I saw there was a question there. What's a chat? What's our question? Will there be a workshop support modding? Do we have Steam Workshop?
Well, I believe that the game will be highly moddable, right?
Oh,
we talked about that last time.
Yes, there's a lot of modability, a lot of stuff in Lua files and all these kind of things for you to mod. And I think we have workshop support as well, I believe.
Yeah, so that was clearly not the greatest place to stand, which I thought it was. But
well, I think the flaw was that. Oh,
nice.
The flaw. There is no flaw when you've got Maria Rodriguez. Let me tell you, their flaws.
No modding on launch or come post launch. What's the question? I just saw an answer from our producer. How's the game shaping up on Switch? People want to know.
The game is shaping up great on Switch, actually. All right, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to go for the throat. What? Okay, sorry. That is an example. When you see those things, that is an example. Bear in mind, we're playing on code that's a couple weeks old, so when I see stuff, I'm like, how is that there? That's fixed. And then I remember that this is a different build, so sorry for being Oh, let's see. Well, there's nobody I could hit. So what'll I do?
I'd run to cover.
No,
Oh, you can shoot. Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
good.
oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, well, it hurt. Yeah, it definitely hurt him. All right, so we'll just get Capone over there anyway. Put him in Overwatch. So anybody tries to come in the door.
Yeah. Nice. Oh,
Miss.
Missed. But it was a good
it startled
move
him anyway. Yeah. Oh, for God's
Oh.
sake. Yeah, he's got, no, say bosses are a little, oh Christ. I'm not even going to look at the chat and see what Ian's saying about me right now.
You're doing great.
Mercifully,
Don't
Ian
worry.
is not saying anything at the moment, so...
He's ashamed.
They're
But Katie,
speechless.
yeah. So the thing is, though, like we have to play. We can't. We're not restarting this, right? So like, if we take people out, I gotta do this one.
Use AOE. Oh, okay, that
I
works.
can't
as well.
believe you're spending time doing this.
Why?
There's two guys next to you. One guy with a hammer.
I
apparently-
wanted to take the opportunity to do
Ooh.
it. I'm feeling this
Police
is wait a
didn't
minute.
like
You just shot your own guy at least 15 times in the back, and you're criticizing me for a perfectly executed execution.
At least I had eyes on the prize, right?
No.
Eyes on the prize.
All right. Well, we're gonna be. All right.
I
good.
shot my own guy trying to shoot the other guys, right? And that was the
Alright.
important bit. It was intent.
So after the execution, I see a new icon on top of Al Capone's head. So what's that? Like there's this like thief or something like this.
Oh.
Is it because he made an execution? Is it a buff or something like that?
Hold on. This is
that
gonna be
looks like that.
exciting. Please kill them.
Rain of fire them.
Oh, good idea.
What could
Hang
possibly
on,
go
hang
wrong
on,
here?
hang- What could possibly go wrong?
Apart from you probably kill your doctor. Just shoot.
I don't think
Just
that's
shoot,
a
it's
good
okay.
idea. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good idea right now.
Okay.
But,
Now the
what
doctor
is
should
that?
be good enough.
Yes.
Yeah, Rain of Fire is a little, oh, come for the love of God.
Yes. The captain does give you a hot tip here. Shoot them.
Okay, well, I'm taking his advice.
Nice.
And a
All right.
metal-lined waistcoat.
Great.
Cool.
So, yeah, which is, all right, so Chris, we're just going to straight take this over, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we need somebody, and we're going to make this a speakeasy? Yeah, because the last one we made a brothel, so let's make
Yeah,
this
well,
a
no, but if we
speakeasy.
can make that one a brothel as well, then we'll have three of a kind of it's a brothel.
Ew, fair. Good point. So now what Chris is getting at there, that's another one of those synergies, and that improves your economy overall because it gives you a buff. So we're going to buy a brothel, and we need to name this after somebody. Kingfisher, this is your brothel.
Yes, you're first.
Kingfisher
doesn't?
names.
Sure.
All right. All right.
Kinky.
So here we are, Kingfisher Games.
We do have another
Alright.
brothel we could rename, because I didn't actually name the brothel I took over for anyone in chat.
Okay, so there we are. This is so Chris, do we want to upgrade this at all? Or
I
will
would
we just-
right now. I would throw the money into getting as many rackets as I can.
All right, so we'll get the whole group together. We're back at our safe house. Chris, do you want to take out the Romeros here?
Yeah, we could visit the Romeros.
All right, we might as well do this. Might as well end this on a really Capone.
Dark note. Yes.
Yeah, end it on a very dark note, and we'll go. Let's see. We'll enter.
Are we going to do the nice thing and declare war? Or are we just going to steal the rackets?
Well, no, actually, you know what, Chris? Here, go ahead. Why don't you point out how we can do that? Go ahead. I'm hands off.
All right, so we'll go into our diplomacy screen. Oh no, wait, we'll try again.
Well, okay, here we are.
Can you change the building? Yeah, here we go. Let's declare
Yeah.
war on the Romeros.
Nice.
Okay.
We've made a terrible. I don't think we've made any mistakes, mate. There we go. We're now at war.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just for those watching, I have had 2 combats and everybody has lived.
Yeah.
Q is back despite the lead. I'll answer while Chris is doing this. I'll answer some questions. Let's see. Ian O'Neill, shoot the guys. Yep, that was a great tip. How many max characters per group? So that's actually an interesting question. It depends on how you slice that group up. And I would say the Turkish Chuck Norris. Oh, nope, that was a different question. Let's say you're against brothels. Can you change what a building does? Chris, do you want to take that one? Chris is very focused on
He's
living.
too
focused.
All right.
After someone hurling abuse at my pro strategies last time.
Okay, so I'll get back. All right, we'll save that. So max characters per party, which is where I was going with that one. So Symphony of Destruction, excellent name, excellent song. So how many max characters? So this is a tricky question because it's not like there's a fixed number. It depends. You'll notice each character has a take. That means they get a certain percentage of your income. Likewise, each character has a sign-on bonus. So you can't give all of your income away because they're not going to hire on if you can't give them that certain percentage of their take. So it depends. You could have more cheap gangsters, or you could have some pretty elite gangsters who will take enough of your profits. That as long as you clearly do not want to put yourself in the hole just for to have gangsters, to have a certain amount of gangsters around.
Makes
There we
sense.
go. No gangsters were harmed.
Good job, Chris. All right, so we're going to take this over. And what did we do? So we've got a full
in
house.
answer to the question going, do I want a brothel, right?
Okay.
As you can see here, if I want to keep the thing as is, I don't pay any money. It's free just to take it over.
Which is a casino.
Yes. If I want
Right.
if I want to convert it, say I think gambling is a sin, I decide I want to do the more wholesome trade of brothels, then I'd have to pay $1,820 to convert it. So there you have an idea. So you don't actually have to keep it. So you can change the building when you take over.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. That worked out. All right, so we have a bunch of brothels already.
Yeah, I'll just keep it as a casino anyway. It's the cheapest option. We're looking just to get some income on the ground here.
Okay. All right. So confirm. So there it is as a casino. Oh, are you doing this, Chris? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. There's two of us.
Yes.
All right. So we've gone up yet another level.
So if we take the speakeasy over, then we definitely need another brewery.
Okay.
Or we need to increase production.
And this is emphasizing that the question, as well, the previous question about changing what businesses do, as well as how much these require. So we're actually thinking about, if we get this, we could win this just for pure muscle. If we get this, then we don't have to add a brewery yet. Our economy can support it. We're still just putting in tons of cash, getting in tons of cash. We can. But if we take this over, then we have to get a brewery. Breweries are expensive, but obviously it's prohibition, so your empire runs on those. I keep wanting to take that over, but I know, you know what? If this were going to be a stream that would just end and we start a new game, I would go for it. But it's not, so I'm not going to be...
You're going to go full Leroy for that building there.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do something like that. All right, so which one do you want to try to take over next, Chris, or do you don't want to just go buy one? We actually just want to try. It's cheaper, so
it's always cheaper to take over. Yeah,
so you know what? Let's go for the brothel again. We're building up this incredible brothel empire here, and then we'll do this. We also have an opportunity. We could potentially go meet a boss, so we won't know who this is until we meet that boss. I'm surprised they're already not out cruising around the neighborhood. They're probably doing something similar to what we're doing. So, all right, Chris, we've got three options here. We can take over the brothel. This is going to be obviously a tougher fight. We can take over the speakeasy, or we can go meet a new boss.
Cat's actually asked, is there a made man function in this game? Yes, well, we have this idea of the made gangster, which you have to actually kill someone to achieve.
Yeah, so you can see...
And that allows you to get promoted to other positions. You must kill someone.
Yeah, so we have three of our gangsters. We have our maid. Eventually, you can get lieutenants, underboss, and advisors. So absolutely, we do have that. All right, so we're going to go meet this new boss.
Yeah, so chat says meet the boss.
Yeah. So I have no idea who this boss will be. I certainly have some... okay.
Oh, you met the Romeros, right?
Oh,
yeah, that's a Romero guard. Oh, don't worry, just retire them.
All right, Chris, you go ahead. You're the one who went and attacked him. You go ahead.
All right.
Well, they have no chance against you. So.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Well, no.
They don't like it.
There we are.
And so there
Los
are.
Romero's didn't like that.
No, well, yeah, I'm just hoping none of my family's watching. I know John's working on something. That's great, Brenda. You made Thanks for putting us in the game and killing us. We appreciate that. Oh, it's a Card Sharks. Oh, all right. Okay, so this is Stephanie St. Clair. Stephanie is one of our, she is somebody, we often get asked whether these are fictional or factual bosses. So Stephanie St. Clair is a card shark. She is, hence the name, she ran a lot of gambling operations. She's originally from New York. She is a factual boss. She comes from New York, rather. She's originally from Martinique. She's West Indian, from the Caribbean. Okay, so let's see. So bearing in mind that these discussions have consequences, so we could threaten her. I don't want to begin. I don't want to start out right now just because we are just. I don't want to. I don't feel ready to take on an entire major faction quite yet. But I think it's fair, like if we just request to sit down and introduce ourselves, I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so before we go there, we actually have videos prepared for all the bosses, so maybe we can present Stephanie just now. And that was Stephanie. So
before you sit down, we do have one last question. Do non-Italian gangsters have the mafia gangster hierarchy? Yeah, all gangs have the same hierarchy at the moment. Just answer that one.
All right.
All right, Chris. So we're ready to head in. So you can see. Oh, I didn't want to do that yet. You can see that sit downs when they give you a sit down. It's not just like, hey, stop by whenever you feel like it. You have a certain amount of time to get to that sit down. These are bosses. They got an empire to deal with. If you don't show up, that's considered an insult, and it will affect you negatively. All right, so I don't want to do that, but I do. Well, actually, I didn't want to even see that. I want to go in for the sit down. All right, so let's begin the sit down. All right, yes, I am sure I want to do this.
Hey.
Okay, so these sit downs actually, again, we're on live development build. So these sit downs are voiced. So that's something that as we continue to do streams, you'll eventually see that. So let's see. Chris, do you want us to voice? Do you want to voice one for old time's sake?
Sure.
Okay, so you're going to be.
Am I going to do Stephanie then? Bonjour, sweetheart. No.
Go for it.
Okay, so you will be the Scottish Capone. I can be
best
well,
Capone.
Let's see. Okay. The best Capone, little known Scottish Capone. Okay, here we go. Bonjour, sweetheart. I hope Chicago is being good to you. But if you mess with my guys, I'll fucking kill you, you understand? Okay, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, Chicago's starting to feel like home already.
Oh my, okay. That sounded exactly like Capone, Chris. Let's see. I imagined it is. You've been really settling in from what I can see. You planning to stay long? So it's interesting pointing out here, this boss, apologies for my unbelievably poor acting. This boss actually knows what you've been doing. All right, so Chris, how are you going to respond to her?
Yeah, sure. Sure, as long as it takes to run this shitty like I did in Brooklyn, I figure I can make myself comfortable here. Put my feet up, you know.
Perfect Capone, 10 out of 10, Oscar.
Oh my god!
I've seen the Untouchables.
All right, I've got this together. This is my stupid idea. All right, Chris, what was your answer?
What's the first one?
Okay.
I've watched the Untouchables. I distinctly remember the accent in Chicago, right?
Absolutely, your accent. All right, hold on, gotta get it together. I can't even read. Okay, oh my god. Okay. Chris, just answer the question. Oh my God!
You're talking about- all right, that's fine. Never work with children or animals. That's what I say. But anyway.
I've been to Chicago and I'm from New York, and you're not even anywhere near them. Okay, here we are. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, sure. It's all about perspective. See, where I'm sitting, you don't need to look like a queen to me.
All right. Okay, that's the answer. I'm not going to get through this stream. Okay, I got to stop laughing. All right, and you are from Kingley. You are far from Kingley, Alphonse Capone. So what does that make us then?
Well, maybe we should get together and find out. Yes.
Oh God, this is an awkward conversation. Okay, that's when you're picking. All right, so let's see. I hear you are a married man, Alphonse. In any case, you are not my type. You're too, how shall I say, incense?
Yeah, sure. Look, I got all day. Let's get to business, eh?
Now you're Sean Connery more, you know.
You know,
Sure, yes.
D'accord. Time is valuable. I respect that. Well, I have a business offer that could help the both of us.
Sure, let's hear it.
Your casinos need better security. I can help you find good muscle for a far lesser cost than some heavies would have you pay. So just to be clear, for these will actually be voiced by people that aren't me and Chris. Although I don't know, Chris's accent's pretty spot on.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
What's that I hear? A free lunch? Yes. Get to the part where you ask me for something.
I see a potential for DLC, Chris King, voiceover, the whole game, all characters.
I was not expecting it to be.
So you want to get Capone? Yes.
All right. So what's in here? Free lunch. Get to the point. You asking me for
You
something?
pull a knife.
Sorry.
You pull a gun. Yes.
You can show me how to make my brothels more classy and what corners to cut so I can do it cheaply. A good deal, oui? What do you say?
I say all right. Yes, we have a deal.
Nice.
Okay, so that ended well. So wonderful, Alphonse. I knew you would see the mutual benefit of this. We will make good partners.
We'll just have to see about that. See you around.
Chris, where is this accent from?
It's from. I watched The Untouchables. That's a genuine Chicago accent, right?
Well, I mean, obviously, I was asking what specific part of Chicago.
I'm not sure which part. I mean, I don't. I just know it's the Irish American cop's accent, right?
But I think that this actually gives us an interesting opportunity for our community as well. So we'll create a tweet tomorrow and for the weekend, asking you guys if you would like us to go for a war with card sharks or if we should make some diplomacy with them. And based on which you prefer, we will do the thing accordingly. If that's okay with you, Brenda and Chris as well.
Well, so if we are going to go to a war with them, which would certainly be entertaining. So there's a couple ways to look at it. Like right now, we are pretty well financed. We've got some good money for this early in the game. I mean, we're not even through the first year in the game. So we've got some good money. We've got a better empire than she does. If we took out her empire, we get all of this. We get all of her businesses, which is nice.
Yeah, but that's very risky as well, right?
It is super risky. Because right now you can see we could get lots of, now mind you, she's also got guys out on the street, right? So like we could potentially get a lot of these businesses. We've got money. We could pick up these two for free before somebody else does. We can also take out the rest of my family. And
I'd certainly say finish with Los Romeros first. You know, one war at a time, guys. Just get in line. Take
Yeah, so I think probably what we'll do is we'll take out these and then go from there.
Okay. And then we'll see what great fans
also,
say.
We know that there is another boss in the neighborhood, right? So I believe that it's not very wise to have a conflict with both of them at the same time. So maybe we can have an alliance with one of them and fight another one?
Possibly. It just depends how much they like us.
All right.
Some bosses just plain don't like you.
Yeah, and I'm going to choose Lifeline, which is a really nice talent to have. So it's going to take her 12 weeks.
So when she gets like phone a friend.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, you know, it'll prevent it prevents people. They basically just bleed out instead of dying, which is obviously incredibly useful.
Okay, guys, we sadly need to really wrap up. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Brenda and Chris, for being with us and playing. And see you everyone in 2 weeks. That was great. Thank you.